Did you know that the very way you use the bathroom every day could be silently destroying your prostate and robbing you of your sleep today? We're going to talk about a silent truth that's happening behind the bathroom doors of millions of men. It's not an acute pain, not a clear symptom you can point to, but rather a hidden enemy, a seemingly harmless habit, repeated tens of thousands of times over a lifetime, could be the source of sleepless nights, a persistent feeling of discomfort, and the decline in quality of life that so many men over 60 are silently enduring. This isn't a warning meant to scare you. This is an invitation to understand, to pull back the curtain on a crucial but often forgotten part of your body, your prostate, and more importantly, to discover that reclaiming your comfort, your good night's sleep, and your confidence can begin with the smallest changes, right in the most private of places. Welcome back to Senior Health and Life, your trusted companion on the journey of health in your golden years. Before we dive deep, let's take a quick poll. In your opinion, which habit is more harmful to an older man's prostate? A, drinking a strong cup of coffee in the morning. B, the way you urinate and have a bowel movement every day. Leave your answer, A or B, in the comments below. The answer might surprise you. In today's video, we'll not only give you the answer, but we'll also explain why. Let's begin this journey together. Let's start with the most common, most subtle mistake, and the one that lays the foundation for more serious problems later on. It's like a small crack in a house's foundation. You don't see it at first, but over time, it can weaken the entire structure. That mistake is rushing. In the modern world, we are programmed to do everything fast. Efficiency is king. We eat fast. We walk fast. And of course, we use the bathroom fast. A man goes into the bathroom, completes his mission in 20 seconds, and walks out feeling like he's done the job efficiently. But the body of a man in his 60s, 70s, or 80s no longer operates on the same rhythm as it did at 30. Imagine your bladder is like a water balloon, and your urethra is the nozzle. When you're young, the bladder muscles contract powerfully, forcing all the water out decisively. But as we age, this contractile strength weakens. If you rush and cut the process short, you're almost guaranteed to leave behind residual urine. And we're not just talking about a few drops. It could be 50 millimil, 100 millimil, or even close to 200 millimil of trapped urine. This stagnant, warm pool of urine becomes a perfect swamp for bacteria to multiply, leading to the risk of recurring urinary tract infections, UTIs. But more dangerously, the constant pressure from this residual urine weighs down on the bladder wall and presses against the prostate gland lying just beneath it. Day after day, night after night, that pressure causes a condition called low-grade chronic inflammation, a silent killer for prostate health. Listen to the story of Robert, a 71-year-old retired engineer. He was a man of numbers and precision. He always prided himself on optimizing everything, including his time in the bathroom. But then he started waking up 3, 4, then 5 times a night. I felt terribly tired, he shared. But the worst part was the feeling that as soon as I finished, I had to go again. It was driving me crazy. After an ultrasound of his bladder, the results stunned him. 108 milliliters of urine was still left behind. The doctor explained that his bladder was being overworked and his prostate was inflamed, all because of his efficient habit. The solution here isn't an expensive medication, but rather patience. Urologists call it the double voiding technique. Instead of listing dry steps, picture it as a small relaxation ritual. After you think you're done urinating, don't rush. Instead, give yourself a moment, stand still, and take a deep breath. As you exhale slowly, focus on completely relaxing the muscles in your lower abdomen and pelvis. Let that relaxation spread. Just wait for about 15 to 20 seconds in that peaceful state, then gently try to urinate again. You'll be surprised to feel a second, smaller stream being released. That is the harmful residual urine you've successfully expelled. Michael, 68, adopted this habit. I felt a little silly at first. He laughed. Just standing there doing nothing. But after just 1 week, the number of times I woke up at night dropped from 4 to 1 for the first time in years. I slept a full 6 hours straight. It felt like a miracle. If the first mistake is a silent enemy, then this second mistake is more like a direct assault. The severity has increased. This is the habit that most people never connect to prostate health straining or pushing during a bowel movement. To understand why it's so dangerous, we need to look at the anatomy. Imagine your prostate is a soft walnut. It sits directly in front of the rectum, surrounded by a complex network of muscles, ligaments, and nerves called the pelvic floor. When you're constipated and have to use force to push, you're creating enormous pressure inside your abdomen. This pressure doesn't just affect the colon, it brutally presses and squeezes your delicate prostate. Repeating this action day after day, week after week, year after year, leads to 2 serious consequences. The first is chronic pelvic floor tension, where the muscles become tight and can no longer relax properly, causing vague aches and a heavy feeling of discomfort in the groin area. The second, and more dangerous, consequence is inflammation and nerve irritation. The constant mechanical pressure reduces blood flow to the prostate, turning it into a ticking time bomb, ready to explode with symptoms like urinary urgency and pain with even the smallest triggers. Frank, a 74-year-old retired truck driver, is a classic example. His job required him to sit for long hours and eat irregularly, which led to chronic constipation. For me, going to the bathroom was a battle. He recounted, I had to strain, hold my breath, and use all my strength. Over time, he started feeling pain when he urinated and a sense of pressure in his lower region that never went away. It wasn't until a pelvic floor physical therapist discovered that his muscles were so tight they were practically choking his urethra. The solution here requires a change in both mindset and action. The golden rule is, if it feels like work, you're doing it wrong. Listen to your body and never ignore the urge to go. And the most important secret is to change your posture. Place a small stool under your feet when you sit on the toilet. Elevating your knees above your hips puts your body in a more natural squatting position, which straightens the rectum and allows stool to pass easily without straining. We'd like to pause here for a moment and hear from you. After hearing about the first 2 mistakes, rushing to urinate and straining during a bowel movement, do you recognize yourself in any of this? Be honest with yourself and leave a comment below to let us know if you're making one or both of these mistakes. We are very happy to listen to you all. And now, we come to the final mistake. This is the one with the most destructive power over your sleep, and the one that causes the most persistent inflammation. It's also the hardest habit to change because it's tied to a notion that has been deeply ingrained in the male psyche for generations. That mistake is standing to urinate at night. I know, it sounds strange. Men are supposed to stand. It's natural, but natural at 30 and natural at 70 are two completely different stories. At night, your body no longer plays by the old rules. Your muscles are tired, your balance is reduced, and your nervous system is in rest mode. All of these factors combine to lead to an almost certain outcome. Your bladder never completely empties. That residual urine sits there, putting direct pressure on your prostate for all the hours you sleep. Imagine a small water balloon constantly pressing on a walnut for 6 to 8 hours, night after night. The result, inflammation, inflammation, and more inflammation. Hearing this, many gentlemen might feel a bit stuck, a little hopeless. So, what am I supposed to do? Do I just have to put up with this forever? The truth is, the answer has been around for a very long time, proven by science, but often ignored due to social norms. And when you hear it, you'll realize how much sense it makes. The solution doesn't require a superhuman effort, just a small change in perspective, an act of understanding for your own body. Science has spoken very clearly. A major review published in the journal PLOS One, analyzing data from multiple studies, reached a clear conclusion. Researchers from the Leiden University Medical Center in the Netherlands found that for men with lower urinary tract symptoms, including an enlarged prostate, the sitting position has a superior effect. It significantly reduces residual urine, increases the maximum flow rate, and shortens urination time. Basically, when you sit, your thigh and pelvic floor muscles are completely relaxed. The bladder can contract freely, unobstructed, and empty everything out. Listen to the story of Walter, a 68-year-old retired firefighter. He was a strong, disciplined, and very proud man. Sit down. That's what women do, he had said, but he was waking up 4 times a night, and his life was turned upside down. Finally, out of sheer exhaustion, he agreed to try it. I told my wife not to look. He chuckled. The first night, I still woke up twice, but by the 5th night, I only woke up once, and after 10 days, for the first time in nearly a decade, I slept straight through until 6 a.m. I woke up feeling reborn. My pride wasn't worth more than a full night's sleep. This change isn't about pride. It's about wisdom. It's about listening to your body and giving it what it truly needs. So, we've journeyed together through 3 bathroom mistakes: rushing to urinate, straining during bowel movements, and standing to urinate at night, from a small crack to a direct assault, and finally, to a nightly siege. If at any point during this video you thought to yourself, "Wait, that's me," then congratulations. That's not something to be ashamed of. That is a moment of awareness. And awareness is the first and most powerful step on the road to change. You don't need magic pills or complicated routines. Your journey to reclaim comfort begins with patience. By taking an extra 20 seconds to do the double void. With wisdom. By using a small stool to change your posture. And with humility. By sitting down at night to let your body fully rest. Your prostate isn't asking for perfection. It's begging for understanding. It wants you to listen to the signals it has been trying to send for years. When you answer that call with these small actions, it will pay you back with uninterrupted nights of sleep, days free from that heavy feeling of discomfort, and a confidence you thought you had lost. Thank you for spending your time with Senior Health and Life. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you, especially in the quietest moments. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on science-based health tips and insights dedicated to the golden years of life.